all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How we doing today? Hopefully we're doing well. Hopefully everyone is doing well. We're gonna chat for a little bit on this whole thing. Because I found it interesting. I found it interesting that Tracee would not like this title. Now, I don't know when Oprah said this to her, but she says that Oprah told her that she was the poster child for singledom. Thank you so much, Adrian, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. The first contribution to the show, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to share the clip. I'm going to let it run. It's real short. I'm going to let it run a couple of times, and then we're going to talk about it.
In some ways, I mean, Oprah said it. She said, I'm the poster child for singledom. I don't want to be that. I want to be the poster child for being and inhabiting your own skin, for living in your own skin. That applies to everyone. Yes, I am a single Black woman who does not have children. Not having a relationship, a long relationships, not having children has allowed me to explore things of my own humanity. It has, in some ways, I mean, Oprah said it. She said, I'm the poster child for singledom. I don't want to be that. I want to be the poster child for being and inhabiting your own skin, for living in your own skin. That applies to everyone. Yes, I am a single Black woman who does not have children. Not having a relationship, a long relationships, not having children has allowed me to explore things of my own humanity. It has, in some way.
Now, I'm mad at the comment section because are y'all really going to make me halfway somewhat defend Oprah at this point? Because I don't want to defend Oprah. I don't want to defend Oprah. I really don't. Please do not make me defend Oprah Winfrey. Okay? Because they talking about, well, Oprah ain't married either. And Oprah ain't, of course not. But wasn't y'all celebrating that just a second ago? Wasn't y'all celebrating that just a little minute ago? Right? Because, and I hate to even go here with it. Oprah been single forever, as in not married. She been dealing with Stedman being her kept man for decades. Okay? And there are a lot of suspicions, rumors since forever that Oprah and Gayle is a thing and all of that type of thing. I'm not even going to go too far into that. But Oprah just kind of shut her mouth about her single status. She just kind of shut her mouth. Everybody knows she's not married. Everybody knows that between her and Stedman and whoever else, it is an arrangement. Everybody know that. Okay. And it is what it is. I have not heard Oprah lament about children or do any kind of media tour crying about the choices that she made, whether she like all her choices or not. I don't recall her constantly getting on this internet crying and whining about choosing to be a billionaire over choosing to be a wife and mother. She made her bed. She lay in it happily or unhappily. She don't talk about it. And at this point, Oprah is into her late 60s. And it is what it is at this point. She don't cry about that. She way past the point of kids. Not even no type of, procedure gonna get her no kids. She don't want no kids. She want no kids. And she don't constantly whine and cry about, oh well, I really missed the boat on being a wife. She don't do that. Whether she missed that boat or feel a way about that, she don't really talk about that. Okay, early 70s then. Yeah, Oprah old. Oprah is old. That is an old woman. And she has made her choices. And I cannot believe y'all is making me, not y'all, my subscribers, but them on the post, is making me have any form of defense for Oprah Winfrey. Because for all her shenanigans and foolishness that I don't like, she don't whine about the choices that she made and where they have landed her. Okay? Whether she feel good about all of them or not. You, on the other hand, Miss Tracee, every time you get a chance, every time you get on a platform, every time you are interviewed, every time you talk about the comparison between your career, your status, and how that negatively affected your opportunities to be married and to be a mom and to have that life. You lament about it. That's the difference. Not wanting to be the poster child for something that you constantly promote is weird to me. Hey, Miss Chantel, good thing you popped up. I'm gonna hit you up in your email. I'm gonna email you because we gotta get together and have a little powwow conversation on here. That'd be good. That's my baby girl right here. Not wanting to be the poster child for something that you promote and propagate and champion is crazy to me. And not just Miss Tracee. But let me go back to one of the comments. And I thought this was crazy. This one kind of hit home for me. She said, yeah, that statement sounds a little derogatory. And it was slick. Let me just tell you that Oprah is slick talking. Oprah is slick talking now. She throw a lot of slick little shade and ain't nobody gonna really, even if you call out, what that's really gonna do, she don't care. She don't care if you call her out. Okay. That statement sounds a little derogatory. Nobody wants to be the face of something that carries a negative connotation. Now it's a negative connotation. It's a negative connotation. Ain't y'all constantly in these comment sections all over Beyonce's internet to talk about how y'all prefer to be single? It's easier to be single. These men out here is crazy. This is wrong with the men. That's wrong with the men. The single is the way to go. You're not trying to be married because who wants these marriages? All the men cheat anyway. All the men are disloyal anyway. No matter what kind of woman you're going to be, a man gonna do you this way and a man gonna do you that way. And so it's better to be single, have your own stuff, you're peaceful and all of that. Didn't y'all say that not having a man in your life was peaceful? And y'all was in y'all soft girl era and y'all was on y'all healing journeys without no man. When y'all on y'all healing journeys without the man? Because the men impede your progress and your healing and you know what I'm saying? And all of that, right? And your self-love and all of that kind of stuff, right? So now all of a sudden, being single and the poster child for being single is now some type of derogatory statement. I thought y'all loved that. I thought that was the way to be. I thought all us married women were stupid. Right? We stupid for loving these men and wanting to be with these men. We married just to be married. We taking all kind of foolishness from these husbands just to say we got a husband and all of that. Let y'all tell it. Us wives are we putting up with all kind of crazy stuff behind closed doors just to get in front of people and try to flex like we got a husband, but really our home is in turmoil with that man. Right? Every time a couple get on the internet to complain about their wife or complain about their husband, here y'all single women come. Here y'all come. Oh, it's better to be single. This why I'm single. This why, you know what I'm saying? You can't pay me to get married because if this is what marriage is, I don't want it. This is what y'all said. Now all of a sudden, she don't want to be the poster child for singledom. That's distasteful. And y'all are in the comment section saying, yeah, it's distasteful. And trying to roast Oprah. Ain't she single too? Ain't you single? One thing, I'm tired of the double talk from you hyenas. I'm tired of y'all. Because y'all double talk everything. Y'all double talk about everything. 1 minute it's this way, the next minute it's that way. As it supposedly fit the narrative. So today, it's not a good thing that you single and these men, you know what I'm saying? You choose peace over these men. Today, that's not the topic today about how you choose peace over these men and these men not peaceful and they don't add no peace to you. Right? Why she don't want to be the poster child for single? Why? Because that's what you championed. This is what was championed. It was championed to be single. You were at peace because she's still trying to make it be a good thing. As she sit there and be a little bit offended, she's also still trying to make it be a good thing. I mean, listen to her. Listen again.
Said it. She said, I'm the poster child for singledom. I don't want to be that. I want to be the poster child for being and inhabiting your own skin, for living in your own skin. That applies to everyone.
I want for living in your own. You can do that married. I'm in my skin. How many married women in here is in their skin? Because I ain't jumped out my skin just because I'm married. Have the married lionesses in here, have y'all jumped out y'all skin yet? Huh? Not you skinning now. not you skinning now. You can be comfortable in your own skin, Mary. What is this? What are we saying? Just because y'all don't know how to maintain some type of sense of identity as you marry, if y'all don't know how to strike that balance, because there's a balance to be struck. You can't completely maintain all of your independence identity, but you also can't completely merge into your husband. There is a balance that you strike, or that you should strike, between my own autonomy as a person. I got my own brain. I got my own thoughts. I got my own feelings and opinions about things. You're not supposed to 100% lose that. But there's also the other side of that, where you are to merge with your husband. So there's a balance. Too much of the rhetoric that feminists have against marriage, when they start speaking against marriage, or they start trying to make the comparison between marriage and singlehood, is they always try to make it seem as though this is some type of personal death sentence for the woman. Even if she get with a man that's not doing her dirty, quote unquote, she also doesn't maintain any of her own identity. You know, she doesn't think for herself. She doesn't any of it. Listen to the rest of it.
Yes, I am a single Black woman who does not have children. Not having a relationship, a long relationships, not having children has allowed me to explore things of my own humanity. It has,
Did you hear that? She said not having a long relationship, not being married, and not having children has allowed her to explore her own humanity and things about herself. Listen, let me tell y'all something about that. You learn yourself better with somebody than without somebody. There is only so much growth that you actually can do by yourself. This is the extreme of the so-called finding yourself healing journey. The reason why women like this don't find themselves ever. She's in her 50s, still talking about exploring something. The reason why she's still talking about exploring something is because the journey to find yourself was never actually done. See, that's a spiritual thing. All of it is in your spiritual value. Healing, spiritual value. Your self-discovery journey, finding yourself, finding who you are, spiritual value. Overcoming traumas and dysfunction and spiritual value. All of that's within your spiritual value. If you did not handle that in your spiritual value, you didn't handle it. If you didn't handle that stuff within your spiritual value, you didn't handle it. You didn't handle it. You did none of that. Your spiritual journey is supposed to take place when you're young. By the time you get 40s, 50s, 60s, you're supposed to know yourself inside and out. Flaws and all. Flaws and all. You know your shortcomings. You know your strengths. You know your weaknesses. You know where you shaky at. You know where you're good at. All that kind of stuff. Ain't no way you supposed to be my age and older and you ain't figured out none of this stuff. You still exploring something. There's nothing to explore. Like I said, this is the extreme version of healing and all that kind of stuff. A journey that never ends, the never ending story. This is not supposed to be a never ending story. You can only get so far by yourself. At some point, you need that relationship to reflect you in a different way. It's levels to it. Because the way you perceive yourself is quite different than the way someone else experiences you. How I experience me is not so much relevant to how my husband experiences me. Because I'm not my wife, I'm his wife. So he sees me differently than I see myself. This is why I say being a good wife and a good husband, that's not something that you supposed to say of yourself. That's something that the other person say about you. Because you don't know if you're a good wife or good husband unless your spouse say that's a good wife, that's a good husband. Because they're experiencing you. And I'm talking about within the confines of a healthy relationship and marriage. They're experiencing you. So only they can tell you whether you being good to them or whether their experience of you is good or not. Just like parenting. Your children got to tell you you a good mama and a good daddy. And you know how you know whether you was a good mama or a good daddy? Do they mess with you when they grown? Do they? If your kids still talk to you and you got a good relationship with them once they become adults and don't need you to take care of them no more, you was a good parent. You likely was a good parent to them because they don't need you, but they consistently try to have and maintain a good relationship with you. It's not one-sided. You always got to call them. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to maintain a relationship with you on good standing. You wasn't a good parent if as soon as your kids can get out of where you at, they never come back. It's rare that it's the kids' problem and not yours. Okay? If in every relationship you're not the good partner, you're not the good partner. It's you. So you need the reflection of that other person to tell you and give you the feedback. They need to give you the feedback. You can't give yourself the feedback. That's just like a store or a business writing all they reviews they self. You can't give yourself the review. What you doing? That's fraud. You can't. That's fraud. trying to pay folk to give you a good Yelp review and all that kind of stuff. You can't do that. Don't nobody trust that. People trust reviews because valid, actual customers patronized your business. They bought something from you. They got a service from you. And they said, this is a good business. They got good customer service. They got good products. They got good services. That's word of mouth. That's how businesses thrive or they sink. That's how folks get business. That's how they lose business. A good mechanic, the people who have a good mechanic gonna tell people about that mechanic. Man, I got a good mechanic. Man, I always go over there and get my stuff fixed. It's always fixed well. It's always on time. They don't overcharge me money. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. They do good work, solid work. You know, I've been going to that mechanic for 5 years. You know, I always take my car over there. That's how you do it. The customer got to tell you you good. You can't just tell yourself that you good. How you going to give yourself the review? I don't want no self-review because you're going to always say, yeah, I'm the best one. But, okay, that's fine. But did you give good service to the 100 people that you serve? Do they think that you're a good business? So similarly, the people around you give you that feedback, not you. There's no way that I can sit here and actually tell y'all I'm a good wife with any kind of confidence and truth if behind closed doors my husband tell me you're not a good wife. You're not a good wife. I don't like you because you do this and you do that and blah, 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 blah. He's the mirror. He's the mirror to me. Again, he's experiencing me. So the relationship is there to elevate you, to help you course correct. You can only do so much of that by yourself before you need. This is why that I can't get into a relationship until I'm fully healed. You never fully heal until you get into the relationship. That's where you fully figure it out. When I was healing, when I was young in my 20s, I was married already. The fire under my butt to make me face my own issues, problems, and demons and fix myself or try my very best to, the fire underneath that was the fact that I had a husband. And I was determined for him to have a good experience of me. And I realized that with my issues, he couldn't have a good experience of me. I couldn't give him a good experience. I could only cover the basics, but I couldn't really, once you peel the layers down, I had too many issues. So when I say I have to do the basics, I'm going to cook, I'm going to clean. I'm not going to argue with him, you know what I'm saying, and cuss him out and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that kind of stuff with him. We're going to have sex regularly, you know, and all that type of stuff. He not going to have to worry about, you know, me cheating, or he ain't going to have to worry about none of that. I never do that. That's just not part of my character at all. But what he was going to have to deal with, which was problematic, was my emotional instability. I had too much emotional dysregulation. I didn't know how to control my emotional responses, crying. I told y'all about it, crying, So I didn't have a lot of that. That was going to produce a problem in my relationship. I had to address that quickly, much faster and much more efficiently than I would have done had I been single. Had I said, you know what, let me heal first and then get married, sounds good on paper, But I would have been well into my late 30s before I can get past all that foolishness. That was a lot of foolishness. So being married actually helped me see where my real problems were rather than where I thought my problems were. See, the stuff that I thought was problematic wasn't problematic to him. It was the stuff that I didn't think about at all. I had no concept of it. And he was like, no, this is an issue. You got to do this. You got to do that. Da, 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 da. Now, he didn't really have a lot of tools for me to fix it, but him serving as the mirror was enough. Because that meant I have a marriage that I don't want to fail. And I certainly don't want to be the cause of the failure. So if I don't want my marriage to fail and I don't want to be the cause of the failure, then I have to fix these things. Like I got to see to it. Like I got to see to it for real. And whatever it is I got to do, then I just got to do it. Because this is not only going to help him, this is going to help me. And in the long run, this will help us. Okay? So you can only do so much self-reflection, which I'm not saying don't do it. Please do. But at the same time, you reach a point where you've done all you could do by yourself. Now you need that relationship to help you. Right? And so by never getting into these relationships, these marriages, Tracee still don't know what's going on with her. She still doesn't know. She doesn't know. She won't know that until she get with a man for real. The men, I guarantee you that she has been with men that were that mirror, and she did not like what she saw. She did not like what she saw, and therefore that relationship was over. That relationship was that we can't continue that relationship because it's too hard. The relationship is too difficult. Too difficult. Making too many demands. And I don't mean superficial demands. Too many demands. I don't mean money or even time or things like that. I mean making a demand on who you are as a person. Demanding that you elevate yourself, your spiritual value and your overall value of yourself. To make sure you elevate that and come up. You got to come up. Good men demand it. They demand that. They demand you to elevate. And you might have to dig deeper. When I say dig deeper, it's like stuff that you probably did think about or ground you thought you covered already. See, that's the one. That's the one right there. The ground you thought you covered. That's an interesting pill to swallow. The ground you thought you covered already. And he come back and tell you didn't cover that quite as well as you thought. Gotta tweak it. Gotta tweak that a little bit. Just a little bit. You know, you ain't all the way out of pocket or nothing, but just a little bit. You gotta do it just a little bit. We'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you need your skin to keep looking and feeling its absolute best, then look no further than the body butter on your screen. Once again, this is at ashkicking.com. If this is going to be your first order, please take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson, okay, at checkout. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Thank you, RB Styles, for your contribution. Thank you, Gloria, for your super sticker. Thank you, Quinn. Say they call themselves queens. They can rule over their singledom. Thank you, Dr. Steels. It's amazing how one promotes singledom, not knowing in the long run the negative effects of it can hit them without a moment's notice, especially when they are in the dead zone. And thank you, Farrell, for being a member for 8 months at Sister Crimson. Can you do a double talk video series to show how stupid these hyenas look? I'll look into that. That's not a bad idea. Thank you, Tide Boxes, that she fumbled many men who probably wanted to wife her. Now she and her girlfriends are still single going, what did I do wrong? Thank you, Gon said, when we were kids, there was a category in a report called work well with others. These women always fail this category. That's why they fail at maintaining relationships. Thank you, Siobhan said, thank you for your work. Keep fighting the good fight. And thank you once again, Pharaoh said, Tracee isn't the poster child because we got ABWs and hyenas going overseas to interfere in the passport bro goals, all because they get picked. They want to be victims. Thank you all for your contributions. I appreciate you. So the ground that you believe that you covered is that's tricky. The thing you thought you conquered. And it's like, not quite, almost, but 99.5 won't do. Got to go ahead and get that 100%. Mm-hmm. How you don't want to be the poster child for something that you the poster child for? Championing, still champion it. As you frown your nose at another woman telling you that you are the poster child for being single, still trying to justify being single and rationalize how it's not that bad. It allowed you to discover yourself and okay, so then what's the problem? Why you don't want to be the poster child for it? Since it's so awesome to be single and it's all these perks and it's all of these good things, the pros outweigh the cons. Let y'all tell it. For single women who have money, who were beautiful at one point, because she still look good for her age or whatever, but that ain't the point. I'm trying to figure out what's the problem. Why wouldn't you want to be the poster child for the life you led? Think about that for a second. I want y'all to marinate on that. Why wouldn't you want to be the poster child to represent the life you actually led? Forget the connotation behind it and what people think. Forget all that. Why are you frowning at being the poster child for the life you chose to have? It is a negative, it is a derogatory statement in their minds for them to be the poster child for the life they chose to live? How? How? So that wasn't a good life? That wasn't a good life? You didn't live your best life? You mean to tell me you done got all the way to your 50s? You done lived on this earth more than a half a century and you still ain't living your best life? So you're lying when you get on this internet to tell everybody you living your best life and how freeing it is and how free you are and all this kind of stuff. So you lying. And I'm not just talking about Tracee by herself. I'm talking about all these chicks that say that get on here and they're so free and life is so wonderful because they're single. You mean to tell me that you ain't out here really living your best life to the point where you would champion it personally? So if somebody said you're the poster child for being single, girl, that's not a reason to smile and laugh and say, yay, I am the poster child for being single, right? If you would frown to be the poster child for the life that you have led up to this point, then I hate that for you. I really hate that for you. I hate that for you. Because y'all get on this internet and lie every day. Every day. Y'all get on here and lie every day. So since it's derogatory, why you not getting on here telling the young women, do not live like me? I'm actually not living my best life. I'm living kind of a depressing life. You know, I didn't really do the things that I really wanted to do. I missed out a lot. And maybe you shouldn't follow what I'm doing. Y'all don't get on here and say that. Y'all will not, for the life of you, get on here and say that. Y'all gonna see in the videos that I covered this week with Jeannie Mai and Tia Mowry and all of them. Listen. I thought it was so wonderful. I thought it was wonderful. I thought that married women was living in a hell of their own making. Let y'all tell it. Let y'all tell it. Married women are out here living some of the worst lives behind closed doors that you ever did see. These men is knocking us between the washer and the dryer physically and emotionally. Let y'all tell it. Let y'all tell it. Yet you cry about how the men won't come to the dating apps. Y'all done made a T app. I'm going to say this and get on up out of here. Y'all done sat there and made a T app. And from what I can understand, that T app ain't nothing but all y'all baby daddies on this app. And y'all are having baby daddy reviews, like a Yelp baby daddy review app. Is that what that is? Was that what that was? A baby daddy Yelp review app? That what y'all created? Because then it got hacked. So now all y'all that was on the app trying to spill the tea on the baby daddies done found out, well, you with him? That's my baby daddy. So I guess all y'all gonna fight about the baby daddy. But the married women, we living crazy. We live crazy. I ain't on no T app. Huh? I ain't out here gotta try to find a review for the little situationship that I'm trying to be in, that you're begging to be in. Huh? You're begging to be in these little situationships. I don't know why y'all worry about cheating or none of that. Y'all sharing these men like old t-shirts. Huh? You share these men like a pair of shoes. Huh? I don't know why y'all get around here and try to act like it's the worst thing in the world for the man to be with another woman. When you got him, he was with another woman. You was the other woman when you got him. He had 2 baby mamas when you got him. Make it make sense. And then y'all will sit here talking about some, and he with you? What you care? What do you care, ma'am? Y'all are spreading BV among each other anyway. Y'all was on the app. This is just, if somebody know different than what I'm saying, then put it in the chat. But from what I understand about that T app, they had all got on it and they had put pictures of the men that they had been with in the database. Am I correct so far? And what the purpose of putting these men pictures and this and that in the database was for all of them to get on this app and say, he ain't no good, this one cheat, this one got a bunch of baby daddies, da 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 da. The baby daddy Yelp review app. And then got mad that the security protocols was non-existent and got hacked. I'm pretty sure it was a man somewhere hacked it. Just to bust y'all bubble real quick. Clock that T, as y'all say. And now y'all mad because somebody hacked it, pulled the Uno reverse, and said, this all y'all business. You thought you was going to get on there anonymously and talk crazy about people. Y'all saying somebody got unalived behind it? I didn't hear about that. Out here with this foolishness. That's what he get. That's what you get. Not the unaliving part, but the, put folk in a database and all that kind of stuff. Because y'all weren't going to do nothing but dox folk and show up at folks' houses and all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. That's what y'all was going to do. Y'all was going to show up. So I seen you was on the app. That's my baby daddy. All that was some foolishness. I'm glad they knocked that off the table. Just knock all that off the table. Y'all don't need no app like that. Because you're sharing men anyway, with or without an app. You like him and you're gonna share him. You don't care how many baby mamas he got and how many kids he do or don't take care of. You want him anyway, don't you? I don't know why y'all won't just get into a little relationship. That's what y'all want to be in. Then want to look at women crazy when they say, we ain't checking no phone. Not checking no phone. Not trying to figure it out. Not trying to read no messages. I'm not trying to do nothing. I am not Inspector Gadget. And you're not going to worry me. You're not going to worry me. Oh, he going to bring you STDs. He bringing them to you. What are you saying? For all of this, what y'all don't tolerate, y'all the ones ain't got no peace in your life. You ain't got no peace in your life. The women who have said, you know what? I'm going to concentrate on being a good woman. That's what I'm going to concentrate on. I'm going to concentrate on being a good woman. And whatever he do, we'll just deal with that when it comes. If it comes. But all that hunting down information like a hound dog, I'm not doing it. I got stuff to do. I got things to do. I have work to go to. I have a house to attend to. I may or may not have children to attend to. And a relationship to maintain. And we're not doing that foolish, man. They laugh at women like us that say we're not doing that. Not doing it. And guess how much peace I have? Because if you're trying to go through everything, go all through his social media and all through his phone, you're trying to find a reason to argue. I used to say you trying to find a reason to leave, but y'all don't leave. Y'all just want a reason to argue. That's all. That's all you want. You don't want to leave because y'all don't leave. Y'all just want to be mad. And call y'allself got leverage in the relationship because remember I found out you was talking to such and such and you was messaging her, and all that kind of stuff. That's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all trying to do. Ain't nobody stupid. Because I promise you're not leaving the men. You're not leaving him. You are not leaving him. Okay? And us sensible married women know better than to create chaos and foolishness in our relationships by trying to find information to be mad at. Why do you want to be mad at your man? Why do you want to be mad at him? I promise you, enough is gonna happen in reality with you not doing that, that's gonna tick you off. There'll be enough of that. Enough for a lifetime. You'll be all right. Life has its own drama. You don't need to create none. He'll be mad with you one of these days. He'll be mad with you. Huh? Or you'll be mad with him one of these days off of something that happened in reality, not something that you tried to pick with him for. And then there you go. We know that. We wives, we understand that. So we don't like tension in our house. You like tension in your little situationship, 1 night stand, 5 night stand, or whatever you got going. I don't know what you got going. But in our home, our marital home with our husbands, we don't like tension. We don't like that. That's not fun. That's not fun. There's no fun in that. That's not having a good time. Not having a good time. That's not having a good time. Arguing and fighting and being mad with each other. That's not a good time. We be trying our best to, the fast as we can, get back to equilibrium and get back to normal. Figure out what we mad at. Figure that out. Get over it as much as you can and go back to normal. We don't like that foolishness. We don't like that. So we don't look for it. Y'all like all that foolishness. That's why you want the passcode to his phone again. What are you doing? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Inspector Gadget. Look at just go gadget chaos. Just thank you to Renzo. Say young adult boys and men running high. Tracee Ellis type females are on the prowl. Thank you so much, live in real life, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for coming through and spending a little time with me. And let me talk y'all ear off a little bit. We're going to go ahead and jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the before I do that, go here. Go over to the crimsoncure.com. Go ahead and pick up your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine, on sale right now. All you have to do is click the buy now button. It'll take you right through PayPal. A very simple process to make the purchase for the book. Also, we have coaching sessions. So also at crimsoncure.com, all you have to do is book a session. Click the link and it'll take you right on over to this landing page where you can when you can book a session for 1 or 2 hours. That's also a simple process as well. So that's all that you have to do is go to crimsoncure.com, book a coaching session if you like, or go ahead and get your copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine. All right. Now, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonite.